Sheila's back to answer all your parenting queries, so let's get straight to them. Would be the best thing. Let's start with my 14-month-old has no concept of the word no and ignores me constantly. Is this normal, or will I end up with a wild child? Denise and Mayo's worried.
I don't know. What do you think, Aidan? I mean, 14-month-old, obviously language is a problem. So I think what's happening here is frustration. And I don't think she'll end up with a wild child necessarily.
Okay,
you know,
let's just keep at it.
Keep at it, and you know the mantra of sort of say it, mean it, do it, and be clear, and
it'll gradually make an impression.
It'll gradually make an impression. That's
right,
it.
as they say, the ball is in your court, Denise. I've an 18-month-old baby. She recently started screaming the house down when I put her to bed in the evenings. Any tips there from Sarah in Dublin? Okay,
now we've got all the ends of the scale here. Like the 18-month-old, you're into temper tantrum, and again, it's that lack of language skills, frustration coming out in them. You know, so I think we mentioned last week about the whole thing about going to bed is trying to develop this little bedtime routine, and out of that the child feels secure. They kind of know what to expect. So this, and certainly what I'm looking at here is maybe a gradual wind down as well.
Okay.
You know, because if you have had this nice gradual wind down, everybody's kind of calmer. And of course, the other thing I'd say is, where's the parent? So be calm yourself.
Okay.
That thing of mirroring. The calmer I am, and, you know, firm, but at the same time warm with the child, I think will make a difference.
It's like everything else. Parents have to practice as well, and parents have to work hard at it.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
Be aware of it. I give my 5-year-old money for his chores. Should I not be doing this?
Well, you know, when I read this, Aidan, it reminded me of something years ago. I think I must have paid for chores, and the child turned around and I said, would you empty the dish? How much are you giving me?
Yeah.
So, no, I really do think that chores are part of being in the house, and really, pocket money is fine, but it should be separate to chores.
Okay, you're entitled to the pocket money anyway, well, provided you're good behaviour, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay, that's Anne and Carla. Hopefully that was of some help to you, Anne. My 2-year-old daughter is going through the temper tantrum stage, constantly throwing herself on the ground, screaming when she doesn't get what she wants. And from Tom, any advice there? Well,
you know, you get this time and time again. This is something I have to say you hear all the time. What's happening here is the child is seeking negative attention. And negative attention is considered better than no attention. But if you respond and reward the negative attention, what are you going to get but just more of it?
You're giving the message that it's okay.
You're giving the message it's okay. So what you've got to do is not respond and understand that the child, you know, is having a tantrum, and let her have the tantrum. And you stay really calm, which is difficult, I know.
Yeah.
But there's no doubt that your calmness, maintaining eye contact with the child and explaining very clearly, you know, when you calm down, I can talk to you.
You often see that in supermarkets. That's the prime place, I think. Some parents have a tendency just to walk away, but I saw one child that got very distressed when he realised that the parent had gone. Yeah,
without a doubt. I think, you know, we're all terrified about what other people will think. So I think in supermarkets some of the time, you know, we don't just see ourselves as the best.
I think as you go down the parenting route, you learn very quickly not to give a curse about what other people think.
Absolutely.
As long as we're not intruding on them and being rude, I suppose. Here's a common one as well. Mary in Galway, the arrival of a new baby, and I already have a 3-year-old daughter. How do I make sure my daughter, Grace, isn't affected by the new arrival?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We've all been through this one. I think, you know, certainly Mary's doing the right thing. Think about it ahead of time and understand that when this new arrival comes in, the elder child will be discommoded. So I think to talk about it ahead of time and that there will be changes and how important she is. And obviously when the new baby comes, I presume the new baby will bring a present.
Yes,
I think that's always important. And then trying to carve out a little bit of time for the elder child when the baby's asleep. Understanding that during that time of transition, if you don't do that, you know, you'll get the older baby reacting badly.
Two quick problems. How do I deal with constant squabbling among my two? They're 8 and 11, Maeve and Dublin.
Okay.
Sure, that one they'll give you money.
Well, yeah, exactly. Okay, I mean, let's face it, it happens so much of the time as parents we get involved in it, and it's a bit back to the negative attention. You just say, you know, you can go and try and talk to them about it, but you hold back and say, I really think you can sort this out for yourselves. So really what we say is that unless there's kind of blood or imminent danger, a lot of the time you just recognise that they're seeking this bad attention and you give them good attention at the other time, but don't reward that.
It might increase their social skills if you get them talking to each other to try and
without a doubt, sit down with them and have a chat about it and say that it upsets you.
Okay. My 12-year-old daughter, I find it very hard to get her into bed at night, and equally so to get her out of bed in the morning. Colette and Limerick.
Well, okay, I'm wondering when I have that, because I have a 12-year-old daughter, is she going to bed too early? My daughter goes to bed at 9. I don't know what's the standard time. But then again, out of bed in the morning. Out of bed in the morning, definitely I'd say an alarm clock, which I brought with me, but I don't have it. And who's responsible for getting out of bed in the morning? Well, she is. So maybe bring her out and say, listen, you know, you're older now, get an alarm clock. She sets it. You call her once. And then really she has to experience the consequence of being late for school.
Okay.
That she has to deal with that.
Let it life need be.
Yeah.
Sprinkle cold water, not recommended.
Well, you can try that.
We're out of time, but I just feel that Sarah and Galway would love to know how to get out of this one. My son is 9, he's still sleeping with us.
Yeah, 9. That is old, isn't it? To have the child still sleeping with you. Any advice? You'd probably need more information on that, to be honest, Aidan. I would say, you know, she's more than welcome to maybe email me directly on it.
Maybe do it online.
Online.
Okay, we'll give you the email address now in a minute, because you'll be online here later on today. Practicalparenting.ie is the website. Now, you have a course available, a couple of dropouts, so still some spaces available. When is it and where is it? Okay,
Aidan, it's on Saturday. It's in Bewley's Leopardstown from 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. It's like a mini parenting course. It's a parenting course in a day, and obviously, love, if anybody's interested in coming along, give me a call or get in touch through the website.
Practicalparenting.ie. There, the details on screen there. And of course, if Sheila didn't get around to answering your question this morning, you can log on to tv3.ie/IrelandAM after 12 today, where she'll answer all the questions that she didn't get to this morning. And by goodness, you're going to be busy, because there's quite a few after coming through to us.